Hi everyone and welcome to Voices of SCU, where the Santa Clara is going to interview a bunch of professors here at the university to understand who they really are behind all of the resumes, workshops, and classes. Today with us we have Professor Hawley, who's going to be our very first interview, and he works in the School of Business. And welcome to the Voices of SCU. We're so excited to have you join us, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. So for students who only really know you from class or maybe passing you in the hallway, could you give a short introduction about who you are, how long you've been at the university, just a little spiel
Sure.
about yourself?
Well, let's see. I started here 1 quarter ago.
Okay.
And I taught entrepreneurial finance for my first quarter, which when I introduced myself, I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Okay.
So I've been an entrepreneur for, about 5 decades.
Very nice.
And that led to the opportunity to come here. I decided I had done it long enough. I wanted to impart my real world knowledge on younger people.
Nice, awesome. So you've been a mentor for a lot of students in the last quarter, as well as to a couple teams, and you've been a CEO and CFO, is that correct?
Both.
Both.
Yes.
So in all of your experience, you said 5 decades of experience, what is the first piece of advice? I'm sure that you get asked all the time from students, especially now that you're a professor. What's your advice for us?
Well, a very interesting thing, not just students, but early people in their career, they don't know how to present.
Okay.
And so I tell almost everybody that will listen, I want you to spend time seeking opportunities to do what we're doing right now.
Okay.
To present and present to anyone that will listen, to learn how to convey your ideas, to be compelling to sell not only yourself, but whatever idea that you have to be implemented. So that's something that students often shy away from. They're nervous, they don't want to do that. So I make them do it.
Make them do it, yeah. Do you think it's more of a public speaking thing, or is it pitching a product or yourself that's the problem?
All of the above.
Okay.
So, especially in the entrepreneurial world, you spend a ton of time pitching your idea.
Right.
You hear elevator pitch all the time.
Yes.
So you have to take something that often will take you 30 minutes and you get 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And so learning how to convey your message in a compelling way in a short amount of time is a learned skill.
Okay.
And you only get better at it when you practice.
Right.
So I encourage students and young professionals to do that.
How do you get them to practice that in the classroom? Just presentations?
Yes. I say, go, talk, sell your thing now.
Go. Fair enough. And it works?
It does.
Good.
An interesting story from the last class. A female student froze when I did that to her. She's an excellent student. She came to see me the next day and she said, I'm so humiliated. I can't believe I did that. And it turned out she probably gave 6 or 7 presentations in the quarter. And by the end, she was excellent.
So it worked. It
does
did.
work.
There you go. First-hand experience.
It does indeed.
That's awesome. So take me back to day 1 at Santa Clara University. Were you excited? Were you nervous to be with students?
That's, well, it's funny because I've taken my own advice. So I've pitched and presented most of my life.
Right.
Even when I was before business. But the first day, the overwhelming feeling I had was being blessed.
Oh, that's awesome.
When I looked out, I had 26 students, all seniors. And I looked around the room and I said, wow, my prayers were answered. I'm actually here teaching. So that was my overwhelming feeling the first day.
That's really great. Did you want to specifically come to Santa Clara University, or were you just interested in getting involved?
Well, that's also kind of a funny thing. I grew up not very far from here.
Oh, nice.
So I've been riding my bike to Santa Clara University since I was 8, and came back home after being gone for decades and lived close to Santa Clara. So I reached out to professors at Santa Clara to say, I'm transitioning now. I want to move from doing to teaching.
Okay.
And got interviewed here and thank God got hired.
And it happened. Yeah. That's awesome. Very good. Is there anything that you want students to know maybe about yourself or about being a professor? Is there anything that students maybe take for granted? They might not know about what it's like being a professor or, being in finance?
Well, that's also an excellent question. Sort of a hallmark of everything in my life is about passion. So when I get first class, both times, I have MBAs this time and I had seniors last quarter, I talk first class about having passion about whatever you do.
Okay.
And if you don't have passion, stop doing it. If you do have passion, do it some more and get better at it.
Right.
So that's really the thing, both about me and for them.
Right.
I think the secret to being successful in almost anything you do is having passion for it.
Okay, that's awesome. That's really great. Sorry, now I have to look back at my questions because I ran out of them. Is there a class that you have taught or a team that you've worked with or someone you've helped mentored over your time and experience that has really stuck with you and has been impactful in how you then go on and continue?
Well, fortunately, the answer is several,
Okay.
Which I'm happy to say. I have one right now, interestingly, that was in my class last quarter. His name is Mihir Kajar.
Okay.
Mihir was in my class, had worked on a project for about 2 years, but did not have a 5-year financial model, did not have a pitch deck, so he was not ready to go to the next level to actually bring money into his company.
Okay.
And I'm happy to say I mentored him to do both.
Awesome.
And I'm continuing to mentor him now, and we are working with other professors here and other connections to Santa Clara to get him both beta sites for his product and the financing he needs for his company.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
That is awesome. How many people would you say, I know this could be a huge question, you might not even know, but how many people do you know have you helped kickstart a business or?
That is a very tough question. I personally was involved in the founding team of 17,
Okay. Wow.
which is sort of pathetic if you think about it. You have to be semi-crazy to do that. But I have probably helped, I would guess, around 100.
That's awesome. Wow.
And some in official capacities,
Right.
like an advisory board member or consultant to them.
Yep.
Whenever I wasn't doing it myself, I was helping someone else do it.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. And do you think part of being in Silicon Valley has helped shape your experiences in finance?
Without a doubt.
And how so, would you say?
Well, I went to UC Berkeley. When I graduated from Berkeley, I joined Deloitte. It's a very large, if you don't know, probably the largest financial company in the world, in San Francisco. And I wound up doing lots of things, as you often do in your first company. So I was in audit, didn't like audit. I was in tax, I didn't like tax. I was in consulting, that was okay, but I really preferred what at the time they called integrated services, which fondly we called CFOs to go, because we helped venture-backed portfolio companies as their fractional CFO. And I loved that, and that shaped literally almost everything I did the rest of my career.
Wow, awesome. Very cool. What is, I only have a couple more questions, then I'll let you go. What is the most common or one of the most common mistakes that you see young professionals, young students in the field making?
Well, this will be a bit redundant, but they shy away from speaking. So
really have to learn to speak
yes,
in public,
pitch themselves, pitch their idea, learn to make your ideas compelling, tell stories. As you know, Jesus taught through parables. So do we. So I use it in my classroom, and I encourage students to do the same when they're pitching.
That's awesome. That's really good. And just my last question, what continues to excite you about teaching? Is it having new students come in every time, seeing the success results? Like, what is that part for you?
Again, a kind of a multifaceted thought. First thing is, I make a lot of eye contact.
Yeah.
So when I do, I can see the light bulb go on. And so if they previously didn't understand something and then they do, that's a very exciting moment.
That's the moment, yeah.
However, I'd probably say bigger than even that are the results. So go back to my entrepreneurial finance class. They did a very large project, was a financial model, a 5-year financial model. Many of the students had never done one, didn't know how to do one. And then we do a pitch deck as though they were going to talk to a venture capital company or a family office to get money. They turned in not good results, but superb results.
Wow.
And so it's a little bit like, I have 3 children, it's a little bit like the proud papa moment when you see the result. And it was, yeah, and that was very gratifying for me.
Very nice. Well, those are all the questions that I had for you, and thank you so much for sitting down with us.
My pleasure.
I really appreciate it. It was so good to meet you.
Thank you.